Welcome, my dear students, to Standard 10th class Science and Technology Part 1. We will continue with the lesson Refraction of Light. Have you seen a mirage? Local atmospheric conditions affect the refraction of light. The air near the hot road or desert is hot and hence rarer than the air above it. Hence, the direction of light rays coming from a distance keep changing according to the laws of refraction. The light rays coming from the distant object appear to be coming from the image of the object inside the ground. This is called as mirage. Twinkling of stars. Stars are self-luminous and can be seen at night in the absence of sunlight. They appear to be point sources because of their being at a very large distance from us. As the density of air increases with the lowering height above the surface of the earth, the refractive index also increases. Starlight coming towards us travels from rarer medium to denser medium and constantly bends towards the normal. This makes the star appear to be higher in the sky as compared to its actual position. The apparent position of the star keeps on changing. This is because of the motion of atmospheric air and changing air density and temperature. Because of this, the refractive index of air keeps changing continuously. Because of this change, the position and brightness of the star keeps changing continuously and the star appears to be twinkling. We do not see the planets twinkling. This is because planets are much closer to us as compared to the stars. They therefore do not appear as point sources but appear as a collection of point sources. Because of changes in atmospheric refractive index, the position as well as the brightness of individual point source changes, but the average position and the total average brightness remains unchanged, and that is why planets do not twinkle. By sunrise, we mean the appearance of the sun above the horizon. But when the sun is somewhat below the horizon, its light rays are able to reach us along a curved path due to their refraction through Earth's atmosphere. Thus, we see the sun even before it emerges above the horizon. Same thing happens at the time of sunset, and we keep seeing the sun for a short while even after it goes below the horizon. Dispersion of light. Hold the plastic scale in your compass in front of your eyes and see through it while turning it slowly. You will see light rays divided into different colors. These colors appear in the following order: violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange, and red. You know that light is electromagnetic radiation. That is, it gives energy in free space. Wavelength is an important property of radiation. The wavelength of radiation to which our eyes are sensitive is in between 400 and 700 nanometer. In this interval, radiation of different wavelengths appear to have different colors mentioned above. The red light has maximum wavelength that is close to 700 nanometer, while violet light has the smallest wavelength close to 400 nanometer. 1 nanometer is equal to 10 raised to minus 9 meter. In vacuum, the velocity of light rays of all frequencies is the same. But the velocity of light in a medium depends on the frequency of light, and thus different colors travel with different velocity. Therefore, the refractive index of a medium is different for different colors. Thus, even when white light enters a single medium, for example glass, the angles of refraction are different for different colors. So when the white light coming from the sun through air enters any refractive medium, it emerges as a spectrum of 7 colors. The process of separation of light into its component colors while passing through a medium is called as dispersion of light. Sir Isaac Newton was the first person to use a glass prism to obtain sun's spectrum. When white light is incident on the prism, different colors bend through different angles. Among the 7 colors, red color bends the least while the violet bends the most. Thus, the 7 colors emerge along the different paths and get separated, and we get a spectrum of 7 colors as shown in the diagram. Partial and total internal reflection. When light enters a rarer medium from a denser medium, it gets partially reflected, that is, part of light gets reflected and comes back to the denser medium as per the laws of reflection. This is called as partial reflection. The rest of the light gets refracted and goes into the rarer medium. As light is going from denser to rarer medium, it bends away from the normal as shown in the diagram. That is, the angle of incidence I is smaller than the angle of reflection R. If we increase angle I, R will also increase. For a particular value of I, the value of R becomes equal to 90 degree. This value of I is called the critical angle. For angles of incidence larger than the critical angle, the angle of refraction is larger than 90 degree. Such rays return to the denser medium as shown towards the right. Thus, all the light rays get reflected back to the denser medium. This is called as total internal reflection. Formation of rainbow. The beautiful phenomenon of the rainbow is a combination of different phenomena, that is dispersion, refraction and reflection of light. The rainbow appears in the sky after a rainfall. The small water droplets acts as small prisms. When sunlight enters the water droplets present in the atmosphere, they refract and disperse the incident sunlight. Then they reflect it internally inside the droplet and finally again refract it. As a collective effect of all these phenomena, the 7-colored rainbow is observed. Thank you, my dear children.